What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another podcast episode. I'm here to discuss a few topics this evening. The first two are on a more somber note. The first is in regards to the Turkey/Syrian earthquake that has been devastating the area within the past couple of weeks. Two regards the health of our 39th president, Jimmy Carter, who seems to be on his final leg. And the third is on a more promising note. Our President Joe Biden has met secretly with President Zelensky in Ukraine. Let's jump in. Okay, so as I'm sure you guys are aware of, there is a massive earthquake that is taking place in both Syria and in Turkey right now. It's absolutely devastated the place. The earthquake is at a magnitude of 6.4, which is very strong. On a scale of 1 to 9, that is very devastating to any area of any place. And as you would imagine, it has taken up to 46,000 lives and counting, which is just awful. I mean, it's unimaginable the amount of pain and death that's going on in that area right now. First off, I want to send my prayers to the people over there that are suffering. I can't imagine something like this happening in this country. It just goes to show how great we have it here, and it really puts into perspective maybe some of our issues and how they're not as important as they may be. For example, in another area which is more highly affected by a natural disaster like this. So I think it's important that we recognize that, and I also encourage you all to give some donations to the cause. There's quite a few causes that you can donate to. Make sure that they're actually the money that you're giving to these organizations is being delivered directly to relief, to medical doctors, to really whoever needs help right now, because there's a lot who are injured. There's some who are dying. I'm sure there's places that you could even donate blood. I personally donated some money to, I believe it was the Syrian Medical Association. I'm not sure if I got that right. You know what? Let me look it up. Yes, it's the Syrian American Medical Society Foundation. I gave some of my money to charity, and I encourage you guys to do the same, or at least give your thoughts and prayers. Those can be very powerful as well. Now, on another somber note, our 39th president of the United States, Jimmy Carter, he's had one hell of a run. He's an American hero. He was one of our American presidents. Even at this age, I believe just recently was still teaching students at a Bible studies course down in Georgia where he lives. And he recently he's undergone brain cancer, and he is currently in critical health condition as of right now, and he's staying in his home. His family is around him, and it appears as though he only has a little while left to live. So I give my prayers as well to Jimmy Carter. Whether you like him or not as a president, it's still important to realize that he's a great American, he's a great person, and I I give him my prayers as well. Okay. So the big story that I'm going to cover, though, is Biden's secret visit to Ukraine to meet with Vladimir Zelensky. Now, what's actually pretty cool about this is the White House posted something. Now, what's strange about this is the White House actually posted a forum that showed the president's schedule, and it didn't have the Ukraine visit on there. So it's actually a secret visit. Now, one of three things are possible. Now, there's one of three things that could be going on with the situation. Either Biden is meeting with Zelensky to discuss a military plan, just to say, all right, we're going to provide you with support, this, and that. I don't know what they were talking about. I don't think anybody does. It was supposed to be kept secret, but now it's been leaked. So there's that. I'll make sure to provide you guys with more information if it is what I, of course, believe it is. There's also two other options, though. Either the big guy was collecting his 10% from Zelensky, or three, Biden thought he was going to Disneyland, and he ended up in a fucking war zone. In fact, I can just picture it right now. Oh, I'm going to Disneyland. Oh, Jill, it's the real Mickey Mouse. When I was young, my dad said, Joey, keep the faith in Oswald the Bunny and this, and that. You know him. He's fun with his stories, which are mostly not true. But anyway, we know the real situation. He's obviously meeting with Zelensky to provide support, to make sure everything's okay. Going to continue to provide you with humanitarian aid. We're going to keep providing you with military aid. And we're going to come up with a strategy. And obviously, if this is something that they're doing, then it's not going to be released to the public. I mean, that would be ridiculous. They're trying to plot behind our backs and how to actually defeat Russia, or at least keep Russia off their ass. Anyway, I also thought it was nice how they were next to a building in which showed all of the victims that died in the war. Because this is a war that's been very bloody. It's been going on for not just 1 year, but 8 years now. If you recall, while Biden was vice president, Russia literally annexed Crimea, and the Obama/Biden administration did nothing about it, which, I thought was weakness on the world stage. And I've been very critical in private, and I think I've even said it on here about how Biden just hasn't been strong enough when it comes to Russia. You know, we cut the access pipeline. We've been buying oil from them. We haven't been strong enough. We look weak on the world stage when we just left Afghanistan and left those 13 American soldiers to die. But I am glad that Biden is showing some muscle by going there and showing that he actually cares and coming up with a strategy with Zelensky. I think that's very important, and I think he did a great job in doing that, even if the secret was leaked about him actually going out there. I mean, it's not as if it wasn't going to be leaked. I mean, I'm sure, you got lots of reporters covering the war right now, and I'm sure he was going to be discovered. But the fact that he did it in secret and the White House came up with this plan in which he was going to do his day-to-day schedules where the visit to Ukraine wasn't actually on there, I think that's important. And I hope to see his approval rating maybe go up a little bit, because it's been underwater ever since Afghanistan, or maybe even before then regarding inflation. So President Biden, again, he did a good thing here. I got to give him credit where credit is due, and I hope finally we can end this damn war, because it's just been devastating. It's been the biggest war in Europe since World War II, which is very scary to think about, especially considering the amount of advanced technology we have regarding military arsenal. I mean, if you just look at China, they've got this big 2049 plan that could be arriving within the next, to my count, 26 years of it. It is, in fact, true, in which they have this strategy to take over the world because, like I said, I think I said this in the last episode, they're playing the long game here. They're going to do whatever it is to take over the South China Sea, or hell, to take over the world. Because within the past 50 years, they went from what looked to be, at best, a second, maybe even a third world country to a near superpower, and that's certainly what's going on right now. If you look at their AI technology, if you look at the spy balloons, the weather balloons, if war doesn't end soon, we're soon going to be in a situation, and I'm talking about war overall. If we don't have peace in this world, we're soon going to be in a scenario in which we're using advanced technology, nuclear weapons, to pretty much blow up the earth, and that's something that I fear about a little bit for the future. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you later.